Welcome to Be Me with Shari Ware, the podcast where each day is a step towards a better you and where we focus on progress, not perfection. Join me as we embark on a journey of self-improvement and wellness, focusing on being just a little better than we were yesterday. Hello and welcome to episode 19 of the Be Me podcast. My name is Shari Ware. I'm your host, and in this episode, we are talking about mindfulness and how it can benefit you to practice mindfulness. So Deepak Chopra said that mindfulness creates centered awareness. When you do one thing at a time, you're guaranteed excellent results. If you do too many things simultaneously, it messes up your neural circuits. Focus on one thing at a time. I know this is something that something that I definitely have to work on. I have been working on just focusing on one thing at a time. Multitasking actually does not work. I actually had the privilege of being in a course a few years ago that we had an exercise that we participated in that actually showed us just how multitasking, we think it's working, but it's actually not working, and it's splitting our focus. So definitely take that one on board. I take that one on board to do one thing at a time, and I really love that quote. It spoke directly to me when I found it. So what is mindfulness? Why would you want to practice it? And how do you do it? Let's talk about all the things. So first of all, mindfulness is being fully present in the moment, being aware of your thoughts, being aware of your feelings, being aware of your surroundings. And one of the most important things about it is that it's without judgment. It's just being aware of what is, as opposed to being on autopilot and doing things subconsciously, which is, as human beings, that is how we operate a lot of the time. If we didn't operate that way, we actually would not be able to function, because there's just so many things. If you're going back to things like episodes that we've done on things like the RAS, the reticular activating system, where we talk about the fact that we're getting bombarded with so many things in our daily life that our RAS has to pick and choose what is the most important things to focus on and help us steer forward in this very busy modern world that we're in. So being mindful is stepping out of the autopilot, stepping out of the unconscious behaviour and being present and mindful in the moment. It sounds like such a simple thing, but in a busy world where you have a million things to do, lots of people wear lots of different hats and they're switching them all the time, it can be challenging to actually take time out to be mindful. And this is the issue. This is why I like to talk about things like this, because we just go about our daily lives and we don't think about them. So this is helping other people as well as myself take the time out to actually think about these things and start to implement some really good habits, healthy habits into our lives. So why would you want to consciously practice mindfulness? What are the benefits? What's it going to do? What's in it for you? So number one, it reduces stress. And it does that by helping to encourage a calm and focused state of mind. So when you're practicing mindfulness regularly, when you're doing some specific mindfulness exercises, they have been shown to lower cortisol levels, which is the hormone associated with stress, and promotes a sense of relaxation. Number two, it improves your focus. You're training your brain to concentrate on the present moment. So when you're doing that, you're going to improve your focus and your productivity when you're doing it often enough. Again, consistency is key. Need to be doing these things regularly for it actually to train our brain. But when we do that, it's just like decluttering your house. You're going to reduce mental clutter. It then becomes easier to complete tasks efficiently and effectively. The third benefit is that it gives you better emotional regulation. So when you are practicing mindfulness on a regular basis, you're able to better manage your emotions. Remember in the beginning, I said that mindfulness is being without judgment. So when you are practicing mindfulness, you're recognizing and understanding your emotional responses. You're not judging them, or you're you're working on not judging them. It can take a bit of practice to do that. We're all human, but it becomes easier to listen, understand, and connect on a deeper level. Number 4 is it can enhance your relationships. It fosters better communication and empathy. Again, because you're being mindful, you're being fully present, you are acknowledging thoughts and feelings, again, without judgment. That is one of the keys, without judgment. So by being fully present with others, as well as yourself, it becomes easier to listen, understand, and connect on a deeper level. And it also has a positive impact on your physical health. Research has shown that mindfulness improves your sleep, can improve your sleep. It can lower your blood pressure, and it can create a stronger immune system. When you're being mindful, it also seems to encourage healthier lifestyle choices and reduces the impact of chronic pain. So there's lots of benefits. There's many more benefits of practicing mindfulness, but that's just 5 of what I felt were the most important. So how can you actually practice mindfulness? Now that we know what it is and why you would want to do it, let's talk about some ways that you can do it, some really simple ways that you can start to implement and incorporate mindfulness into your life. Number 1 is mindful breathing. So actually, again, being mindful, being present in the moment and focusing on your breath, noticing when you're inhaling and when you're exhaling. And it's kind of like meditation where you are focusing on actually eliminating thought, but it's not eliminating thought, it's just focusing on the actual breathing. Now, I really liked this one because it's simple, it's easy to do, you can do it anywhere. And it really helps, especially if you are in a situation where you might be getting a bit stressed or overwhelmed. If you just close your eyes and do this, it really can bring you back. It can stop you spiraling. Okay, body scan meditation is number 2. How do you do that? So you lie down or you sit in a comfortable chair and you close your eyes and you mentally scan your body from your head to your toe. You notice any sensations, again, without judgment. And this technique promotes relaxation and body awareness. Again, it's something you can really do anywhere. You could be even on a train or a plane. You can be in a car, not when you're driving, obviously. You could be at your work desk and you can still do it. So I really try and give techniques and things that you can use anywhere, and that can be quick and easy. Another one, number 3, is mindful observation. So you choose an object in your environment and you observe it. You just look at it closely for a few minutes. So basically like picking a spot on the wall. but you're noticing its colour and its shape and any other details about it that you may notice. Everybody's going to be different. You're going to notice different things. But by doing this, it enhances your attention and appreciation for the present. It's really bringing you into the present. Number 4 is mindful walking. So mindful walking, what is that? Well, it's walking, clearly, but walking slowly and focusing on the steps, on how you're feeling as you take each step, how your body feels as you take each step, the movement, how your body is moving and your surroundings. I know I myself, so often I go for a walk and, I might be doing something else. For those who know me, I am a Pokemon Go fan. It's my secret guilty pleasure that I indulge in sometimes. And quite often when I go for a walk, I'll play Pokemon. I'll be catching Pokemon and spinning Pokestops and yes, I'm almost 50, but everybody's got to have something. And I didn't play computer games when I was growing up, so I think that's it's my way of maybe getting a little bit of my childhood back. But it's actually focusing on the act of walking, mindful walking, not focusing on maybe the email that you have to write when you get back to your desk, or focusing on your to-do list, all the things that you have to do today, or even having a conversation with somebody else. Mindful walking is focusing on and being present and mindful of the actual act of walking. So it can be really interesting way to incorporate mindfulness into your daily life and give a different perspective to your daily walk. And number 5 is guided meditations. So you can use apps or online, there's plenty of online resources, YouTube videos that offer guided mindfulness meditations. I know that there's one that I've done before that was Deepak Chopra, specifically on mindfulness and getting people to focus on their breath and on other different. There was one too where I had to pick a spot or an object and focus on that. So there's really good ones out there, and varying lengths. So it doesn't matter if you have 1 or 2 minutes, or whether you have 5, 10, 20 minutes, you'll find something to suit when you go looking. So especially if you're a beginner, they're a really great place to start. If you have no clue what you're doing, just find one of those and you'll be right. Now, if you did miss the addition of meditation, I will make sure that I link that in the show notes for you, so that you can, if you need a refresher, or if you didn't catch that one, you can check that out as well, because that will also help you. Mindfulness and meditation really go hand in hand a lot of the time. As always, I like to direct people to the corresponding Be Me Bites edition, if there is one. There is for this. Be Me Bites 17, The Advantages of Mindfulness, Staying Present in a Busy World. I'd like to direct people to that because there's generally things that I might forget to put in the podcast that could be helpful for you. There's also always resources that I include, different resources that I include that I don't put in the podcast. It's really just a double up. I always put things in that I know can be helpful for people. And I try to put things in that are quick and easy to consume as well, because I know that everybody is busy. I'm definitely busy. I don't have time for hour-long videos and things like that. So be assured that if you're going to check out any of my resources, there might be one every now and then that is a longer one, but I always give you other resources that are quicker and easier to consume, because I know that people are busy. So until the next episode, keep taking one step at a time, and I'll see you then. Bye.
Thank you so much for joining me on this episode. Remember to check out the show notes, and if you have any comments, feedback or suggestions, I'd love to hear them. If you've received value from this podcast, make sure to subscribe, and I'd love you to rate and review the show. Have a fabulous day.